Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I thought it would be fun to go ahead and quickly film an empties video because I have this really random Christmas bag that I've been using for empties and it is almost practically full. So I thought it'd be fun to go through and kind of just give my quick reviews on the different things that are in here, whether I'd repurchase them, what I felt about them. Most of this is like, there's a little bit of skincare and there's a lot of actually makeup empties, which is exciting. So I'm just gonna go ahead, make it short and sweet and just go right through. So first I finished, finally, you can hear there's nothing left, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus water priming spray something. I didn't really like this at all as a face primer. I just felt like it didn't do anything. The spray was awful. I just felt like it was not a good product. So I ended up using this by like spraying my sponges before I would do my makeup. Whenever I was feeling lazy, I would just grab a sponge and just kind of like spray in and get it a little bit more damp. So I actually really like this bottle for that, and I used up the product doing that. I think I'm going to just go ahead and like clean it out and refill it and just put water in it and use it to be lazy about my sponges. But the actual product that it was in here, like, no, it was not good. It was not a fine mist. It didn't do anything for my skin. Like, it felt like I was just spraying my face with water. So that kind of felt like a waste of money, but I did end up using it up. So next, maybe we'll like go back and forth between skincare and makeup. Now I have the Pacifica Coconut Water Micellar Cleansing Tonic. I did not like this at all either. I forced myself to finish this and my skin was just a little bit sensitive to it if it went anywhere near my eyes. So I didn't like it. It was vegan and cruelty free, which I was super excited about, but it just doesn't work for my skin. And I keep finding the more and more micellar cleanser waters that I try, that they just don't work for me, and they make me break out, they make me break out like in hives, and they make me allergic, or they make my eyes hurt. So I think I'm gonna give up on my micellar cleansing water dreams because it's just not meant to be, because I've tried like 4 now and no. Okay, so next is my Berry M Unicorn Primer Drops Beauty Elixir, and I use this as a primer. It's a really pretty pink color. There's a tiny bit, a little bit left stuck in here, and it'll kind of go in and out, but I'm at the point where I can't get anything out of the bottle. I was even like turning it over and like pounding it onto my hand to get product out. So I really liked this. I thought it was good. It was hydrating. It smelled nice. It was affordable. I think the packaging is cute. I did go through it really quickly though. I think I started off using this as like a shop my stash or something, and then I just kept using it because I really liked it, and I went through it in like a month and a half. So it's not that much product, or didn't feel like that much. What's in here? There's 15 milliliters. I always remember things by ounces, not milliliters. Let's see. 15, oh, that's okay. It's half an ounce. So it's not huge, but I liked it. I did. I don't think I would repurchase it. I don't think so, just because I didn't really love the packaging. I'd prefer something with a pump, but overall it was a good product. Okay, so next is the Green Clean Cleansing Balm from Pharmacy, and I got this actually through BoxyCharm, and I really liked this. You can see it is completely gone. I thought it was a really good product. I just loved how quickly and easily it like removed makeup, and it always left my skin feeling so hydrated and plump. And I did go ahead and replace this with the is it Physicians Formula? I think it's the Physicians Formula like matcha balm or something, which is basically like almost the same exact product. I personally like the way that this one leaves the skin feeling a little bit more, but because of the price difference, I mean, it depends on where you get it, because at some places if you get the Physicians Formula one, it's $15. I got it at Walmart and it was $10, so it didn't feel so bad. But I don't know, I like this one more, but I'm not willing to pay the price. The only reason that this came into my life was because it was from a BoxyCharm box, which I was super grateful for, and it's one of my favorite products I've tried from BoxyCharm. I'm glad I was able to get use out of it, and like I said, I feel like it just left the skin feeling so moisturized, so I was a fan. Alright, next I'm including this as a makeup empty. I have some beauty sponges that I feel like have just lived their life. They're like getting holes, they're old, they're nasty, they're stained. So I have this Sonia Kashuk sponge, which I really like this one. It's pretty soft. It's humongous, so you can do like your foundation in 2 seconds, which is nice. And then I have the Japanesque one, which this is my favorite just because it's so soft. It's the like original Beauty Blender shape, but unfortunately this was like in a limited edition collection, so I can no longer purchase that. And then I have the Shop Miss A sponge, which this actually ended up being my favorite just because it's so soft. It's a little bit of a different texture than the Beauty Blender. It's almost a little bit more like squishy, like foamy, but it's still really good. It's amazing. It's like $1.50, and I actually have repurchased this. I bought like 6 of them, and I have no regrets because this is the sponge I could plan on using for like ever. This is what it looks like new. Actually, this is new-ish, but you can see new versus how old mine was, so it was definitely time to get rid of it, so I included it as an empty. Alright, next I finished up the Tatcha water cream. This is the second little sample of this I have gone through, and I kind of want to keep this like little thing for something. I don't even know what, but it just feels so nice quality, and it feels like, I don't know, I don't want to throw it away. Maybe I'll use it for like travel, like if I don't know what I would put in there. It still smells like the water cream, which I really love. I think it's such a good moisturizer. I don't ever see myself purchasing the full size and going all in on it, but whenever I get samples, I love it and I use it all. So I've used 2 of these. Alright, so next it took a really long time to finish this up, but this is my Kat Von D tattoo liner. I don't know why this seemed to last forever, and I don't really use liner that often, so it did take a really long time, but it has finally dried out. It's lived its life, so I'm done with it. I don't plan on repurchasing it. For one day in the future, whenever my low bite is done, I might get the Physicians Formula one to try. That's kind of like, I've heard people compare it to this, but I don't plan on purchasing anything from Kat Von D. Next, I have the Pond's Evening Soothe wipes, but there's actually one left in here, but it's completely dried out. And these are the lavender ones. I think Pond's is not cruelty free if I remember correctly, so I don't plan on buying these anymore. I've been like slowly trying to remember with like body and like hair care items to go for things that are cruelty free. But I got this because I love the lavender, I think it's like lavender chamomile scent so much. But honestly, these are horrible because when I opened them, they were already like dry. I'm like, I need a wet cloth. Like I can't, like, what is this gonna do, a dry cloth? So it says it's a moisture clean towelette, but it just, no. It didn't clean anything away. It did have that really nice smell. It says chamomile and white tea. So it smells amazing. Like even now it smells really good and calming, but it needs more moisture in my opinion. Next I have the BH Cosmetics liquid liner, which I have also finished, and it's just kind of like the same type of thing. It's just like a felt tip. So it was okay. I think I have a backup of this because I've gotten them as free gifts before, and maybe I'll use the other one. But if I remember correctly, this bleeds on, like, a lot of eyeliners have been doing this to me lately on the inner part of my eye right here. If they tear up at all, then my eyes start to bleed, and then this gets everywhere. So not a big fan of that, which is probably one of the reasons why I don't really reach for liquid eyeliner. I'd prefer to go for something like a gel liner because it doesn't give me those same issues. Next for skincare, I have the Pathology Peace Out Pores little set, which I received through Octoly. It had 4 blackhead strips and 4 pore strips, and it had hydrocolloid with vitamin and DMAE. I don't know what that means, but I used all of these. There's none left, and I think it's a nice little handy set. And I don't know, the blackhead strips, I feel like for me, like nothing that says it takes blackheads out of the nose ever works for me. Like my blackheads are just so stubborn, so I didn't really feel like that did much. The pore strip was kind of cool. Like I actually did see, like with the pore strips, you can put them anywhere on your face that you feel like you need to, and you can see where it gets oily and it'll pull things out of the skin. So I thought that was kind of fun. You're supposed to actually put these on, and it's like a treatment, and it's supposed to stay on for like 4 to 6 hours, so it takes a little bit of time, but I thought they were nice. I don't know if I would repurchase these. I like other things from Pathology. They were fine. I'm kind of like a little bit indifferent. Like I guess it was fun to have, but it was kind of like an extra thing. Alright, so another makeup empty is the Essence I Love Color Intensifying Eyeshadow Base. So I am completely out of this to the point where I couldn't use it anymore. I took the stopper out. There's a little tiny bit of product in the bottom, but it's like I literally can't reach it with the wand. For a little bit I was using a brush and sticking it in there and trying to get what I could out of there, but overall I felt like I was just pretty much finished with this, and I felt like it was a good primer and I liked it. But then whenever I finished it, I was like, oh, I want to try other things, and I've been trying other things, and it's, I don't know, for some reason I kind of missed this, and it was only like $4, so I think it's, I don't know, I think it's a good primer. Maybe I could see like getting it again in the future, but also primers take so long to go through that I don't see myself purchasing this for a while, but I think it's definitely a good primer. Next I have the Pixie Makeup Melting Cleansing Cloths, which looks like this, and I received these as PR from Pixie, and I get a lot of skincare from them, so I was excited to try these. And I believe that these ones had a rose scent to them. Yeah, it says chamomile and rose, and these were disappointing, definitely. I mean, I used them up, they're all gone, but they just, again, they weren't very wet, they didn't really remove makeup, they didn't do a whole lot, and it was definitely extra disappointing just because I feel like Pixie in general has really amazing skincare, and these were just like so mediocre. I would definitely not purchase these. So I've got a little sample here. This was the Anastacio Clear Brow Gel. Took me forever to go through, but I finally finished it. I actually have a full size of this that I got like in some brow set a long time ago, so now I'm using that one. After I finish that one, I don't see myself repurchasing the clear brow gel just because I find like it's okay. Like, it does set the brows in place and it's good, but if it was between getting something with a little bit extra color that adds a little bit more like volume to the brows and like just, I don't know, if it was between like this and like the Essence one, this is so much more affordable and I prefer something with a little bit of color, so that's what I would get in the future. Next, I have the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cleanser, which was another little sample, and I completely finished this. It says it's supposed to have anti-aging armor. I don't know why that makes me funny, but it's a hydrating cleansing serum and I could definitely agree. It has a little bit more of like a thickness to it and it felt really good. Like the way that when you wash your skin, just how the skin felt afterwards, it felt nice, but I just feel like I'm so like, like any cleanser will do, that I could never see myself running out and purchasing this cleanser, because any cleanser that comes into my life, I just end up using. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I got a Glam Glow one in BoxyCharm, that's what I'm using. I don't have to love it, I just need it to cleanse my skin, and that's the end of it. So I like this, but I just don't feel like I would like splurge for it. Alright, next I have a little mascara sample. This is a Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and yes, I would 100% repurchase this. I have another one open now that's a full size. I've got another full size backup that I got whenever it was a good deal, so I really love this mascara, and I think I actually like the sample size better than the full size, to be honest. But either way that it comes into my life, I will continue to use it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and mention these together actually. I've got the Tasha Luminous Dewy Skin Mask and the Pixie Glow Glycolic Boost. These are both just face masks, and I liked them both. I don't know, I'm such a big fan. I actually have a little pack here, the Pathology ones. These are so good. I got some from Octoly, and then I went ahead and repurchased them myself. I bought 2 different packs just because I really like them. I've got Just Let It Glow, Get Dewy With It, and the Good Fight. The Good Fight's my favorite, especially when I'm breaking out. I love these so much. They're like $5 each, so these are my favorite. And I was really curious to see how the Tasha ones would compare, because I got these in BoxyCharm. I think I have one more of them, and honestly, like, they just don't compare. Like, the Tasha is just, it's not worth the price by any means. It didn't do anything special for my skin. I didn't love it. I didn't feel like the days after that my skin looked any better. I didn't see any actual difference in my skin, so I would never never purchase these with my own money. Like I said, it was nice to get them in BoxyCharm and try them out, but I felt like these were so mediocre. And then the Pixie one I did like. I thought it was good. I got this one in PR and I was excited to try it. I think I have a few more of these left and I will definitely use them. I thought that they were good, but if it came between Pixie and the Pathology ones, I would recommend, and I would personally buy the Pathology all the way. I feel like I have actually got more makeup than skincare, so as I'm going back and forth, I'm going to end up doing all makeup at the end. But next I have another mascara, and this is the Kevyn Aucoin Expert Mascara, which I received through Octoly, and I liked this. I think it was a fun experience. Here's what the little wand looks like. It's kind of interesting. It was fun to like have like such a bougie mascara and try it out and see how I felt about it, but I like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara more, and I wouldn't repurchase this myself. It was fine, it was good, it worked as a mascara, I could use it, I finished it. Alright, next I wanted to mention this is the Sig Magic Scrub Solid Brush Cleanser, and I got this in like a PR package, my only PR package from Sigma, and I was just really curious about it. I didn't know what to think, so here's what it looks like. And what they do is there's actually like brush cleaner in it, and it's solid, and then you like rub your brush in, and because there's like all these little things, it works so well. So I thought it was a really good idea, and I ended up using all of it. I used all the brush cleaner, which isn't that surprising considering how many brushes I have, and there are like brushes everywhere I look. But I really like the idea of this, and I want to recycle it, so I think I'm going to go ahead and try and make some type of makeup brush cleanser that's solid and let it melt and then cool in here so that I can reuse this rather than repurchasing it, just because everything is fine here. Like the whole thing, like it's all good. I just need more brush cleaner. So I think that's what I'm going to try. Even if I did this without brush cleaner in there, you could use like baby soap and like just like spray it and use this to clean your brushes because it has like that nice grip to it. So I think this is a really good product, and like I said, I could see purchasing it once and then figuring out a way to reuse it without having to continuously buy it. Alright, next I have my Milani Make It Last setting spray, which I finished, and I really loved this. I've used several of these, but I will say that I feel like I like the Catrice one better. I think it's a little bit more affordable. I feel like they have similar sprays, but this one is a little bit more glowy, so if it came down to what I would repurchase when I'm out of setting sprays, I would go for the Catrice. Although I do really like the Milani, I think I like the Catrice just a little bit better. So this used to be a holy grail. It's interesting to see it kind of dethroned, but I like it. I liked using it. It's good. All right, next is the Brazilian Kiss Capuchu lip butter from Sol de Janeiro, and I completely finished this. You can see I loved this so much. It's so good. It's just like such a nice lip balm, and it smells so good. It's like $18, so it's definitely a pretty penny. I did personally receive this through Octoly, and before that I would have been like, no, like I would never pay $18 for a lip balm, but I really love this, like to the point like I scraped every last bit out of this container, and it actually did pop up on my Octoly store again. So I said, hey, I used an entire thing, I'd love to try it again, and they sent it to me again. So I've got another tube that I'm working on. I even have my sister, she tried it and she ended up purchasing it herself, and she's like, I keep it only in the bathroom, I don't put it anywhere else, I don't lose it, I don't let anyone else use it, I'm not letting anyone touch my $18 lip balm. And I'm like, I feel you because it's so good. I really like it. All right, so that is all the skincare. I've got like 5 makeup items left here. This one's kind of a cheat, but it's the NYX glitter primer. This is actually like, it's still pretty solidly full, but I went ahead and replaced it. I bought a new one just because the old one is so old that I figure it's really time to get rid of it, and I just didn't want to take any, like, I wanted to be careful about what I'm putting on my eyes if it's a cream and it's old. Even though I wasn't really having a problem with it, I just thought it'd be better to replace it. So next I have 2 liners here, and one is the Pure liner in the shade On Point. Oh wait, I forgot about this. Now I remember, I'm actually not finished with this. There's definitely quite a bit left. However, I ended up getting a sty when I was using this, and you can't really, like, you can kind of sharpen it, but I felt like every time I would use this, I ended up getting irritated eyes. And I have other colors and I haven't had that problem, but some reason the purple, I don't know, it just didn't sit well with my eyes, so I decided I wasn't going to keep using that. And then I did go ahead and finish the ColourPop liner. This was the shade Swerve. I had this for a while and it is completely gone, nothing left. It's just a black liner. It's pretty good. I mean, if I needed a black liner, actually I really like the Pixie black liner. That's probably what I would keep using, but I did like this when I was using it. Alrighty, last 2 things. First is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Chantilly. This was super old. I found it out of nowhere and I started using it again, and it's fine, like it works, but I just basically, there's a tiny bit of product left, but I was almost finished, so I just called it quits because I don't really love this formula anymore, and it's just so old that, again, I was kind of like, should I really be putting this around my eyes? So I moved it into my Empties bucket. And then last but not least is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, which here's what the little container looks like. And it just looks like that. So it did have a sifter, but I took it out in order to get the rest of the product. So I don't know, I felt really excited because I feel like it's a rare day that I finish a powder, especially a loose powder. So, yep, finished the Secret Brightening Powder. I wouldn't repurchase it because it's not cruelty-free. I bought it before I went cruelty-free, which shows how long it's been, but I think I might keep the container and see again if I could recycle this and use it for something else. Alright, so that is everything for today's video and all of the empties that I wanted to talk about. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!